Yeah, it's Albert Torcaso again, 412-559-2731. No blocked, private, or unknown callers will be accepted. However, if you don't make yourself private, blocked, or unknown, we can talk. So, I want to say this to everyone who drives or gets into a vehicle, even if you're only a passenger at the time. You see this here? This is called a seatbelt. Now you may notice I'm parked. That's right. And I still have my seatbelt on. What you don't realize is the reason I do is that on this particular road that I'm on, typically there are at least 3 hit and runs per week where they hit people's driver's side mirror or worse. This particular area has had many incidents, to be polite. So my friends, when you're in a vehicle, whether you're parked in a parking lot, driveway, or driving, you need to wear a seatbelt. Now, you youngsters out there, you know that like 14, 15, 16-year-olds, you're like, I don't want to be wearing a seatbelt. Look, I want you to make it to 18, to 28, to 48, to 58, to 108. Wear the seatbelt. You're probably thinking, man, I heard this all before. Oh, really? You didn't hear from Albert J. Torcaso. You see, you're looking at someone who has been through many vehicular accidents. If I didn't have one of these guys, I'm not here. Now, some of you might be like, well, I'd like to kind of know what exactly happened. We could go there, but it would be a longer video. I will tell you that in 1986, I was involved in a accident because I had run out of fuel, petrol, or gasoline, depending on where you live on the planet. And I ran out of gas. And I had a taxi driver, or a cab driver, for those of you who know it that way. And he was getting ready to grab his gas can. We were going to drive down to a gas station. And I said to him, well, I better put the seatbelt on in case there's any crazy mother blanks. Oh, I'm sorry, that's what I said, guys and gals. And you better look out. Basically, look out just in case. As I said that, within a few seconds, I was hit at a very high rate of speed. And without getting into all the details, I thought that the driver that hit me was dead. I was this close to being dead. And I thought the taxi driver was crushed underneath my vehicle or hers. It was that bad. Now, had I not had this seatbelt on at the time, not this one, but the other one, I can tell you that I would have gone over a cliff that I can't even tell you the dimensions of how deep it is. I can tell you that it's located in Pittsburgh, PA, on what they call Bigelow Boulevard. And it's heading down towards Pittsburgh, PA. And as a result, there's a Jersey barrier that are these concrete barriers throughout the United States. And as a result of the accident in 1986, they put, I don't know how many, about 5, 10 or more Jersey barriers there because I almost went over this cliff and this fence. Now, my vehicle, yeah, it was not great. If I told you the details, you might be like, how did he make it? Well, I'll tell you. A couple of reasons. Number one, there's a higher power. For those of you who don't buy into that yet, trust me, there is. And the other reason was the seatbelt. Now, with the seatbelt on the driver's side, it was going over the cliff. And if I had tried to get out of there, I would have actually been impaled by these big spike fences. You know, spikes, or I don't know what you would call them, but pointed, impaled. So I actually had to crawl to the passenger side. That's this side over here. And even when I got out, I had to be very careful not to go over the cliff. So the fact is, you need to wear a seatbelt all the time. Do they get on your last nerve? Hey, let me show you something what I do a lot. It gets tight. So here's what I do. I get this and I go like that. And then I sometimes readjust my body like this. And then if it happens again, I do it again. But you need to wear a seatbelt. Now, all of you hanging out there and you'll be like, man, I'm too cool for a seatbelt. Oh, you're too cool for a seatbelt, huh? Really? I wonder how cool you or your friends or family or coworkers are going to think you are when you're dead. Yeah, I said dead. I said it more like slang, but when you're deceased or dead. Don't give me that you're too cool for a seatbelt. You're too uncool not to wear it. Because it's uncool if you don't wear it. If you wear it, it's cool. If you don't, you're a fool. I love you, but hey, don't do that. Wear the seatbelt. I want you around, okay? Yeah, I want you around. So for those of you who like, man, come on, this guy old and tired. I've been there, done that. And you need to wear the seatbelt. And all of you thinking, man, I better answer that text. You want to answer that text? You pull over. Your life comes first. And there is not one thing on the face of the earth that is more important than you, sir, and you, ma'am, and you, 16-year-old or whatever age you are. You matter. My name is Albert J. Torcaso. 412-559-2731. Give me a call. You know why? Because I love you. Spiritually, I love you.